Well, there we go. Alex Laughlin starting off a Saturday morning with Pro Modified, the Outlaw Pro Modified, the Snowbird Outlaw Nationals. The Winter Series brought to you by Drag Illustrated, JA Service, Stroud Safety Equipment, Elite Motorsports, Scott Tidwell Racing, P2 Contracting, Butner Construction, Motion Raceworks brings you the Snowbird Outlaws this year. Thank you to Doug and the whole family down there, the American-made and proud to be Motion Raceworks. TBM brakes and the fine Rife sensors all on sale down there today. Go check them out. Here we go with this man, Alex Laughlin. He always seems to find a ride, doesn't he? I don't care what category.
What a beautiful one it is. You know, they were struggling all night, or working on it all night, thrashing, so to speak, because they popped a blower. Remember that yesterday at a big end, that thing just violently popped and wound down. So now they had to go back to the drawing board, and here they are for Q3. They skipped Q2, so only had one hit where they lost the motor. So they are on the outside looking in. Got 2 bullets left today.
And parts to build 6. Anyway, so when they get ready to go, Alex Laughlin will be in the left lane here by himself. Man, he waited a long, long time. It's almost like he had his finger off the button.
The one, we got carnage up there, looks like. I don't know what's happening, picking up some parts. But he's got one shot now. He's got to come back a little later today to try to get into that tough 32 car field.
You know, I've seen it before, and I will point out that I can remember back, I think it was 2010, I'm not sure of the year, when Erica Enders made her Pro Mod debut. I was there, called it Memphis, Tennessee, borrowed car from Keith Haney. She went 2 rounds, had 1 chance left to get in. She got in at 16. Unreal. A Pro Nitrous car. Oh, 210 maybe?
Oh, wow.
I'll get the correct date,
That's
but I'm
cool.
telling you, it was unreal. And now you see her here today qualifying in the top. 2nd trip in a Pro or 3rd trip in a Pro Modified, because she has been there in that turbo car on fire. You remember that? And NHRA. Oh, yeah, Pawnee action coming up here. 68 model Firebird, a Robin Roberts right there out of Smithville, Missouri. He'll be in the left lane. In the right side, Isaiah Rojas out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. He'll be in the right lane. The 19 model Chevrolet Corvette with a 564 cubic inch power plant. What is that, a Pro Charge entry? Sure looks like it, right?
Yeah, left-hand side, Robin Roberts. No prep car. He's got a new Pro Mod he's building. Wasn't ready in time.
Look at that. That is what Pro Mod was, 25 years ago, man?
Right.
Easily. I mean, and then they started making it crazy. The bodies are stretched out, but this thing is cool looking.
He tells me he's about 175 pounds, a little heavy with this car, and he just wants to qualify. Try to get in this field with all these sharks. Currently number 44 with a 372 at 198. He said the car will go a little quicker. We'll see right here. He's got his work cut out for him to get in this show right here.
That'd be a great picture. This car next to Derek Ward's car to show the Pontiac difference. Very cool stuff right here. So here we go. As they roll in, Robin Roberts in the right and Rojas in the right lane. I apologize, and Roberts in the left lane. Well, you know what? The old and the new, both hitting a tire, and that's what you get sometimes. Sometimes you get up there, you got the tune, you got the wick lid on the thing, you got your tune over the laptop smoking. Yeah, we're going for it. You see a little wisp of smoke come out of the top of the laptop, and then all of a sudden the tire says, yeah, sure you are. Maybe in the next round. Take a little out of this thing. But anyway, so 44 and 62. Isaiah Rojas, man, down on the bottom of the list. They'll get one more shot, man. You got to think about that, right? Friday, 2 shots. Today, 2 shots. To go into Sunday's eliminator, man. That's tough when you got a 32-car field, my friend.
It's very tough with this group we have right here. So that's 2 more cars. They're going to go down to their last shot this evening. 1 chance to get in there. You get 1 shot.
1 opportunity.
That's right.
Look at a burnout of Kevin Rivenbark lighting the highs out of Wallace, North Carolina. Oh, look at that beautiful car, man. How about that? Bubba Greene, Taylor, South Carolina. Isn't that the car? No, wasn't that the car that Scotty helped?
Scotty is helping on that car on the right-hand side, Bubba Greene. These are two hitters right here that are not in the show. Rivenbark, left-hand side, the NHRA car, currently number 57. He has not made a full pull, I don't think.
You know, for the fans sitting out there, we apologize. Scotty Cannon, the legendary Pro Mod driver, helping tune on Greene's car.
He's down there somewhere.
He's right there.
That's Patty down there.
All right, so Rivenbark ready to go, man. There's a guy that can drive, and I mean drive. He drive the wheels off anything you give him. The Culp Lumber Company. Let's see how he does right here. Yesterday, what did he do? 430, not much, man. 432, shutting it off. He needs a run right here. And
how about Bubba Greene right here? Look, right lane. He's run a 65. Well, that's a 665. He's not made a full pull either.
No,
neither car has.
This is the time of the day to get one right here. I mean, if you're going to get it, I only say that because of pressure later on tonight.
Right.
The last round, you don't want that pressure on you, man. You want to get out there and get it done. Here we go. Oh, man, look at the wheels. Stand for Rivenbark. Rivenbark right now says Bubba's my best friend as he gets down at 378.8, 205 miles per hour. Man, what is that going to put him? Look at that. How about a 378 putting you 47th in the field?
378, 47.
And you're happy that you just got the car to start acting right?
Yeah,
Now you got to go find a 10th and a half to get into 32, right? Where's our bump at? 368. What did I say? And the People's Champ coming up in the left lane, Scott Palmer, Cassville, Missouri, 63 split window Pro Mod Corvette. The old school dude, man. The Evel Knievel lover. What a guy. As he backs up here, top fuel driver, funny car driver and fuel. This guy's got it all. The M&M transmission. I remember they helped him last year get that thing all set up so he could drive it. Having a wounded hand. Do you remember that? He had his hand hurt last year when we were at this event. Yeah, and he could hardly shift, so they set it up for him. Right now in the right lane, who do you have? How about Camilo Velez?
Camilo Velez out of Lake Walls, Florida, 69 Camaro. Beautiful 69 Camaro. Fuel Tech, ARP, Red Horse. Water Medic on board, currently number 46 with a 378. Two more on the outside looking in. Want to get in. They got to hit it hard right here. Good looking Corvette right there, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's
like
kept that.
Sticking out of that thing.
Yeah, that's just what Wes Buck said yesterday. It's like a Hot Wheel. You look at those Hot Wheels.
Yeah, right.
And it reminds you of some type of Hot Wheel, these cars. The motor hanging out, big tires, zoom pipes, a wing to boot. Let's see how he does right here. Palmer and Company, were they up late? Were they trying to strategize and get this car to get out of the 63 spot? Let's see. They need a whole bunch, like over a second. Look at that wild thing, man. He had to get out of it. That thing was going to the wall, to the stripe in the center, man. Unreal. Look at the right lane. Velez just smoked his way at 370, 202 miles per hour, and that will only give Velez the 39th spot, a 370. You know, some may say to you as you get a chance to announce around the country, right? and you see a 370 going to the wayside, that is just tough stuff, man.
Yeah, that's right. He made an improvement. He gained 8 numbers right there. Went from 78 to a 70. Still puts him on the outside looking in. That's a tough field, man.
Oh,
tough,
gosh, man. If you know, our leader in charge, Westbuck, was up here talking about how incredible this category is and where he wants it to be on the stage and on the map, because they are the best in the world that are here. I mean, we have Brazilians racing, Russians racing, Puerto Ricans racing,
right.
Americans, Swedes. We have a lot. And who?
Canadians.
Canadians. Sorry about that. Oh, Canada. And Canadians racing. Hey, it's about time. Get your fire boots on. Anyway, but we've got such a awesome mix of the country in this race.
Prime example. Look at this matchup right here. Prime example of these two matchup right here. You get the right side, I'll do the left.
All right, that's all right. I'm just letting you know where we go, because we go together, brother. Yeah. Oh, it's Tim. Tim Paap out of Charleston. No, I won't. Out of Charleston, Illinois. And
making his Pro Mod debut.
Boy, KTR. Doesn't that look like the old Gotti Corvette, sort of? Right? I mean, they still got Gotti, too, but the original one?
Jim Howe right here, left side of the Crossfield, Tennessee. The No Prep King car trying to get in that field. Oh, man, he was on one, too. Jim Howe in the Guardian car, horsepower for kids. Big Jim bail bottom.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, Big Jim down there in his bail bond right there, 62 in qualifying, but you know, that was going to be the run. The supercharger lifted, came across from the manifold, and that was the end of it.
Had a great 60-foot, great 60-foot right there, Jim did. He was on a number.
All right, Motion Raceworks in the house, bringing you the Snowbird Outlaw Nationals. Doug Cook and the family down there and everybody that works with him and helps with him and his co-owners or whatever, thank you from all us Americans, man. We love it. Stevie Fast, the Shadow 3.3. Coming up on the right side.
J.R. Gray, left-hand side. Holly Hill, South Carolina, 2020 Camaro.
All right, Stevie Fast Jackson out of Evans, Georgia, the legendary Stevie Fast. From small tire to big tire, from Pro Mod to radial versus the world, this guy is the stuff when it comes down to racing. And you know what? He may not be at the top of the field in qualifying, but he's got a 365 in a 21 spot. The whole thing is now you got to drive the wheels off it. You got to cut the tree down. You got to get good at your reaction time when you have a field this tight. Most times the race is won on the tree.
Stevie Fast Jackson on the right-hand side, currently number 21. J.R. Greene, left lane.
Oh, tire spin for both. J.R. Gray's going to say, hey, how about that grudge money, baby? 454.9, 191 miles per hour in the left lane. That Pro Mod construction worker trying to get it done. The bump 3.686 right now, and here comes two guys. Well, one who's in at 21 with Stevie Jackson, but that 528 ain't going to cut him any teeth. In the left side, Robert Abbott, the Orange Grove farmer, coming up out of Bowling Green, Florida, the 1968 521 cubic inches of Ty and Todd Tutterow tuned Chevrolet. WIO Motorsports tie drive and Mr. Wonderful Motorsports Tim Orris helping out with this guy. Good friends until yesterday when Tim went to park his rig somewhere. Anyway, here they come. All right, Robert, sponsored by K-Motion Bell Springs this weekend, gets on the chip, and here comes the Orange Beast of Matthew Deitsch coming up out of New York.
Deitsch, a beautiful car over there on the right-hand side. Robert Abbott, 68 body style, 69 in the right lane. Absolutely gorgeous car. Number 56, right-hand side, Matthew, currently 46. Two more need to get in. These things, if you haven't figured it out already, are kind of inverted. We've got the faster ones, or the lower qualified ones, I should say, coming up a little bit later in our pairing. Nitrous car over there on the right-hand side against the blower of Robert Abbott, left side.
Well, Robert Abbott had the right deal at 981 of the shorts hit, and then he said, you know what? Should bounce, I get off, get back on the throttle, and give Big Sky a lot of work to do. Big Sky down there, and Racer Chicks in the house this weekend.
Randy Weatherford, left-hand side of WS Construction Camaro out of Danville, Virginia.
And Glau, Wally G. Walla. It's the Pro Street World Champion from NMCA. The last and final guy to do it. Bob Glenn, right? Pro Mod. Sorry. What did I say? What? Pro. Well, you know where I come from back. I did Pro Street, never did Pro Mod at NMCA. But I'll tell you what, sorry about that to the NMCA. So Bob Glenn and the guys over there in that beautiful G-Force built Salemi, John and Joe, and all the whole family. I mean, there's so many Salemi brothers. Jim is the builder. John, who's the other ones? Yeah, no, Evan's the son. The brothers, the real. It's like the Sullivan brothers that went to the Navy and they quit. They made a law that you can't send every brother because they never came back.
Bob Glenn not in the show. Al over there on the right-hand side, currently number 60. Qualifier left-hand side, Randy Weatherford currently sits at number 15 with a 64 with a 6. This car deadly consistent though. It hooks and goes, he'll go a 62, 63 on any given day. We'll see if he can handle it this surface here today. Two beautiful race cars.
All right, the Ford Mustang in. Wow, listen to that shift change here. 372, his best run of the weekend so far, 198 on the mile per hour. That's going to put him, what, like 24th? Oh, man, sorry, Bob. I doubled that. You're 46th. Well, Greg Sullivan is in, qualified with. Well, here comes one unique car that I'm going to be told about that was created by 3 cars to make this one car of his old car. And now they made this new black one after he crashed or ruined his other one. But I'll tell you what, Greg Sullivan designed this thing, and if you talk to him about it and the parts and the pieces he used to make that mold, because we all know the Iron Horse, right?
Yeah.
We know that there was one of these, God bless you, and I'll tell you what, he said, no, I went to this car show and I seen these cars and I said, I got to get the roof of this, and I made my own design. That's a one-off, really, when you look at it.
Yeah, it's a custom. It's got like a Buick front end on it. You know, this car is 8 inches wider than any of the first-gen Camaros or any of the Camaros running in Pro Mod. 8 inches wider. Did you know it won't even go into the trailer without taking a header off? Can't get it in there. So, and he's also running a 4.8 Hemi. Everybody else is somewhere around the 5-inch. So, yeah, so he's making it work, though. Making it work.
All right, let's watch the little bet on black right here in the left lane. And then the Cheeto kid down there, Jimmy Taylor, coming up out of Clinton, Tennessee, the 67 model Firebird. I call him the Cheeto kid because that's what Duck Long and Donald used to call him after racing in Radial versus the World for many years. Now he's going to go down there. Sullivan's out of it. Taylor goes around him. 374, 7 at 201 miles per hour. He finds over a 1/10 of a second. But I'm telling you, it's going to put him in the 47th. Where is he at? 48? 48th spot right now. 374, 7 at 201. Sullivan is number 13 with his previous run yesterday at 364, 5, 207. Steve?
Man, I tell you, if that doesn't inflate you right there, you go over a 10th improvement. You big numbers, about 12 numbers right there, and you're still at 48.
Oh, look who is here back at this run from Quebec. Pierre Ancione on his Chevrolet Corvette. Jean Paulet at 521 cubic inches.
Beautiful Corvette. I mean, I like this wrap on that thing and its paint scheme. It is amazing looking. Left-hand side going to be Stan Shelton. These Carolina guys out of New London, North Carolina. Cope Lumber NHRA car. Shelton Insurance and Real Estate on board. 67 fastback. Noonan Power Plant, currently number 48, has not made, or 58 currently has not made a full pull as well. Right side, Pierre has gone an 86, no good with this competition.
And once again, I was telling you about all the great things that you have to eat here this weekend. Well, one of them's right here. That young man just got himself one of those incredible sub sandwiches. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. Look at the Outlaw smoking his way down there in front of the back lid area, 382.5, 186. He finds 400ths of a second in qualifying. But you know what? That's 400ths of a second and 10 miles away from being in this field right there. So congratulations, but man, that's a herder right there. 51 with a 382.5. I mean, when you look at the bottom 16 cars, right? You'd have one incredible race.
Oh, you're going to have some. You're going to, unfortunately, we're going to have some really big names that are not going to make the show. That's how tough it is here. You look at the back half, some of the names that are not in, right? That are not in. Currently, Bowman.
Yeah, he had his share of problems yesterday. They're fixing that. Sidney Frigo, Scott Taylor, who's the newcomer to the pro modified world, coming from the No Prep Kings. Brandon Pesz, Mike Decker Jr., Sackman, who's incredibly, I mean, the guy's never been in a door car like this. And to come out here, make a debut, and go that fast is incredible. 370s. Emilio Velez, who we saw have problems there in the right lane earlier. Blincoe.
Yeah, right.
Tom Blincoe, Justin Swanstrom, and Andrew Handras, who also has a huge Musi mill in that car, and nitrous oxide that should well be deserved of getting in to that field. They're going to be doing all their work, man.
Well, look
Bob
at the numbers.
Glenn.
All the names you're naming, they've gone into 70s and even the 60s and are not in, you know?
And at any ordinary race, right, I would say, that would be a pretty good bottom 16 number,
right?
You know, in a 16-car field. You get the guys going to the 60s in the top 10, and then the 6 cars, 70 and down. But anyway, that's a great-looking field. Great stuff right there as more pro-modified action fires up to the water box. Strap into the bleachers, fans. And don't forget, there's food everywhere. 2 trucks on either side, concessionaries, there's cold beer. All types of great stuff. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at
Dimitri in the right lane. Samorukov. That's a powerful car. Very fast of it in currently number 50, not in his show. The Russian over there in the right-hand lane.
How about that? When you say that, I just never, all the way from Russia. It's so cool to see that. Cape Coral, Florida, they call home. Adam Flamhulk out of Sweden, behind the car, Pro Mod driver. Now he has a company that he tunes cars, builds stuff, and does things for other drivers. This car is gorgeous.
Look at the body on that car, Al. Look at the body on that.
Check that 67 Chevrolet Chevelle out. Now you look at it and you're going, are you kidding me? This guy's in this category? Yes, he's in this category, and it's incredible, but the car won't run that number. He's been in the 408 range. Said he had a little more in it. He's out of Fort Worth, Texas. Here's Adrian Herrera coming up here in the left lane. All right, so Dimitri goes down 374. Now he found some time there, 200 miles per hour. And Chevelle just had to stop. The thing got a little squirrely on him. He said, not today. We're going to save this thing for a while. So he's saving it. Don't forget, we've got ice cold beer on sale, sodas, all types of drinks.
Dimitri's car moving around a little bit right there. Still did not get into the show with that improvement. Moves up a little bit with the 74, goes to 48th spot. Still not enough.
All right, so
not in.
Delicious cheesy fries.
Cheesy fries.
How about it?
Everybody's
Cheesy
talking
fries.
about the cheesy
No,
fries.
people are talking about them. They came up. That's real. Is it homemade, right? Homemade cheese?
Yeah.
Ooh, Christopher. Christopher is like the quiet chef. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so they've got hamburgers, hot dogs, all types of cool drinks on the regular menu. Go on down, get a bite to eat, get yourself some fries, cheesy fries, chicken and fries, candy chips, cold drinks, etc., etc. They have ice on sale. Special on Saturday is what? A food truck happy birthday barbecue. Happy Belly. Happy Belly barbecue is here. Cajun truck is here, empanadas, etc. Go get a bite to eat. Enjoy. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long, long night. You're going to want to keep that belly full.
Left-hand side of 2021 Corvette backing it up out of Barson, Kentucky. Tom Blincoe, currently number 40 with a 70, 370 with an 8. The 39 cars ahead of him on that 370. Mike Decker Jr., Decker Salvage on the right-hand side. Out of Woodstock, Maryland, qualified currently number 37, 370 with a 3, 204 miles an hour. Middlesex Metals, Maxima Oil, Decker Salvage West, ISI Demolition, T-Drive, Auto Fab Race Cars, JKR Racing Products. Two absolutely gorgeous Outlaw Pro Mods right here at our Snowbird Outlaw Nationals. Brought to you by Motion Works.
All right, that Chevrolet Corvette of Tom Blincoe out of Bardstown, Kentucky. 21 model Chevrolet Corvette. Should be, and look at who's standing down there. Is that a G-Force car? Anyone? I mean, I just watched it, or he's very focused on the left lane. Jim is. Standing there, hands in a pocket. You know his welder stick's going right now. I love that car. And Mike Decker Jr. ready to go right here in the right lane, Steve. Knock it off on a Woodstock, Maryland. Is this Hollywood out of Middlesex Metals?
No.
And Maximum Oil?
Hollywood's the third.
This is his.
A lot of tire shake right there left side for Blincoe.
What a run, though. 369. Blincoe had to get out of it. He lost every filling in his tooth over there at 400 feet. That thing shook so hard, he's looking at gold on his left. Down there on the right side, 69. Goes down Mike Decker Jr. Oh, gosh, how about that?
Just missed it. Just missed it.
All the way
there.
from Maryland. There's 25 inches of snow. Stay here anyway.
Yeah, number 35 right there with that 69 with 205. Bump is a 380 or 368 with a 6. 368 with a 6. You see it on the board down there. That is the bump spot to get in today's show. Got to go quicker. Two more coming up right now. Need to get inside. They are outside looking in for tomorrow's final. Need to improve right here, both cars. Love the dueling burnouts right here, left-hand side. Robert Davis. 2019 Camaro currently qualified 54 with a 383. Right side, who do we got out?
Right side's going to be David Monday. David Monday out of Maryville, Tennessee. 23 Chevrolet Corvette, chassis builder and company down there in Tennessee, as he'll be in the right side. You know who tunes this car usually? I don't know if he's down there. He has in the past. Kevin Bacon. I'm not sure if he's out there. TTP helping him out, but I know he used to help these guys out many a times, as they will be in the right side of our racetrack here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. Snowbird Outlaw Nationals, brought to you by Motion Raceworks, where you can get your brakes to bring you to a screaming halt. TBM.
Currently number 43, 371 with a 3. Left-hand side, Davis currently 54, 383 with a 5. And only a 175, so probably not a full over there Davis has made yet. Look for an improvement right here, Robert Davis. He goes A to B. This one should get him in or get him close. Monday with a 71. I'm not sure if he got more. Has more in it, but we'll see right here.
Oh, hang on to it, Monday. He sure did. He'll be back Tuesday now. Anyway, Robert Davis and company right there in the left lane. They shut it off 706. 54th qualifier, 383, 175. Not getting a good shakedown. You know, the thing is, you all got to remember, they'll All right, DJ McCain backing up, and probably, now if that don't remind you of John Hall's beauty in his cars, how precise and how beautiful John Hall kept his chromas. Nothing will. This totally brings back Annette and John to me. DJ McCain, small tire warrior, first time in Pro Mod. You're talking. That's right. Steve went to the dentist. He'll be back later. In the right side, Keith Goolsby coming up here in the right lane. On the Branson, Missouri. Hey, you've been to Branson. Here we go, DJ McCain. Let's see how he does. He's 53rd right now. He's gone 382. He knows what that feels like in a small tire car, I would think. On the right side, oh, sorry, Goolsby over there on the Branson. Let's see how they do.
Love this car. DJ was wheeling that one, got a wheel stand there, powered through it. 372 at 203. Goolsby's 371 at 202. Puts him McCain at 46, Goolsby at 44. Andrew Handras right here out of Dix Hills, New York, the left-hand side, 69 Camaro backing it up. Currently number 42, 371 with a 1 at 202.
And of course, the inaugural World Series of Pro Mod winner, Mike Bowman, coming up. Did it on the mountain over there in Colorado. The first one ever. This man was the one to win the World Series of Pro Mod. Back when that car right there was a turbocharged car. It's a pro-charged car now. And Andrew Handras, man, he's got some smoke coming out of some of those cylinders. You see that? I mean, they're breathing. They're laboring right now. One of them, you can see that. The nitrous oxide, that UC powered 959 cubic inch power plant. Where you get one for any car, any type, top sportsman, they'll build you anything over there at UC Motors too.
How about Bowman is just outside of tomorrow's show at number 33 with a 68 with a 9 at 203.
If anyone knows, Mike Bowman knows, this is not an easy racket, man. You have to get in. He went from Pro Mod to No Time Racing over with the No Prep Kings. Switched everything over. Got rid of his turbo power plant. Said the other day, oh man, I wish I had it after watching Mickey run. Well, it's proof that it is in the pudding. These guys can make these turbos run still. Oh, look at that wheel hop, man. That thing just shook the hides. I'm telling you what, if he had GPS on it, he'd find out it wasn't on grade. 648.5, coasting down there. 371, 202. Puts Andrew Handras at 42nd in the qualifying ladder. Mike Bowman is 33. He's just one spot away from getting back in that field, and he's got one chance to do it here this weekend.
Hondra's got a bracket car right there. He's got a couple of 371s. Zach Sackman, right-hand side. You know all about Zach Sackman, don't you, Al? Left-hand side, Justin Swanstrom. Out of Zephyr Hills, not that far away. His 69 Camaro. The Swan Gang Pro Mod, currently number 41 with a 370 with a 9. Sackman in the right side, currently number 38, 370 with a 3. Man, it's tight, tight, tight field.
So another youngin', the No Prep Kings right here, famed for fortune and all kinds of great trailers. So obviously there's something going on over there. We have no idea, right? So Justin Swanstrom, Zephyr Hills, Florida, his father down there, big dog. So he was a little bit out at 370. Great run. Don't take anything away, but he needs to find about a tenth and a half. 62 would really make him happy right here.
Batman motif over there on the car on the right-hand side of Sackman.
Sackman over there with the Batman machine. Talking about, Sackman's out. Look at the kid, he's going for it. Oh, a 70. They found 9 thousandths of a second. 9 thousandths, man. Don't think that dad right there, Big Country, ain't thinking. I'm telling you, he's gone right to his brain saying, you know what I got to do? I can get this thing, get a tenth out of it. They're going to go back there and they will do whatever it takes. I watch these guys go through a field of anything on 28s with their Lexus, taking everything. Hey, the cycle dude's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelvin.
There's no L in my name, Al, but I do appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin.
Thank you. So doing a little bit of track touch-up here. We are about halfway through our Pro Mod session for Q3. Quick touch-up. Going to get back with the second half of Pro Mod. If you are here on property today, make sure you head over to the Racers Club tent and the Winter Series tent over behind the water box, as they have Snowbird shirts, Racers Club shirts, and Winter Series merchandise. If you are here today, while we have a few minutes of track prep, head on over there, get you a t-shirt, get you a hoodie, all kinds of stuff over there, located in between the Fuel Tech trailer and the El Bandito tequila tents. So if you are in need of some Snowbirds, Winter Series, or Racers Club merchandise, head on over there, grab you something. They will sell out. We sell out every single year, so if you are here now, take advantage of it. Get it now before it gets any later in the day. That is located behind the water box, in between the Fuel Tech trailer and the El Bandito tequila tent.
We are at Bradenton Motorsports Park, Snowbird Outlaw Nationals. We will be here all weekend. And we have the COO of Drag Illustrated. We know there's many, many things under that hat. Mike Carpenter here. We want to talk a little bit about the structure of this event. This is now a series. It used to be one-off events, standing solo. Winter Series, 3 events that we're going to be here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. Give us a little bit of insight on some of the point structure that you guys put into.
Yeah, I mean, this is our first time doing this, so obviously it's a natural evolution to introduce a point system. So we kind of looked at what's out there. We looked at some of the other organizations, PDRA in particular, as far as their point structure and the way they do things, but we had to adapt that to a 3-race series. So we had to take that and then also make it for a 32-car field. So we took that basic structure, applied it for a 32-car field as far as the amount of points you receive for each qualifying position compared to a 16-car field. And then we still had to do something that made World Series of Pro Mod stand out and made it exciting. So we decided to make that event 1.5 points. So that will reward our racers that are participating in that event, maybe also could not participate in these first 2 events due to other reasons, since this is like the first time we're doing this series. There's PRI, there's other conflicts. We wanted to keep World Series of Pro Mod something where someone could run maybe one of the other 2 events and still make a big leap at that event, and also the $150,000 that we're paying out for that event. So those things, the point structure plus the payout, and then all the pomp and circumstance that we like to do for our events, will still set World Series, maybe one rung above these other 2 events. But these other 2, this is an incredible event. This is actually my first time at the Snowbirds, and it's going to be my first time at US Street, just due to other things we usually have going on. And this is an awesome event in itself, and we feel blessed and lucky to kind of step in here and bring what we do from a promotion aspect. We talk about the rules, the points, bring kind of our approach to this event and to US Street, and then work together with Vic as we have for the last couple of years on World Series of Pro Mod. So it's really kind of a match made in heaven working with Vic and his team here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. They're second to none. The facility's second to none. Upgrades continue to happen every time we come down here. And we see the track surface, the air, the atmosphere is second to none as well. And we've already seen that in Q1 this morning.
We can't talk about Pro Mod without rules and parity. We're going to get into that a little bit, because as we all race throughout the country, there are a ton of places and a ton of Pro Mod racers where they can go. There seemed to be something missing of somewhere where they can all come together and have an equal playing field. What did y'all do to make that happen here?
Well, that's something we've been working on over the last couple of years, and this is really one of the last places, at least on the Outlaw 8th mile, that you can race all these combinations together. I think we've seen such a trend to splitting the classes up and running nitrous separate from the boosted combinations. When we're calling it Pro Modified and sort of saying these are all the best of the best, and this is one class, one battle with all of these champions duking it out, we have to run everyone together, and we also have to give an opportunity for each combination to be competitive. And it's really a task that we put on ourselves and sort of torture ourselves with, because there's a reason why these classes have been separated and why they're so hard to keep parity and so hard to make sure everyone comes down here and feels like they've got a chance to win this race and be competitive. So we start early on in that process. Myself, Vic Alvarez, Wes, John Sears and his tech team, analyzing what's been going on throughout the year in PDRA, NHRA, other Outlaw series, and then take that and try to apply that to what we think the weather is going to be in December, in January, and in March here at Bradenton, and make a competitive playing field for all these cars. And I think over the last 3 years, this is our third year now kind of entering the series, where we've had really competitive fields. We've had every combination has been up at the top of the ladder and been sprinkled throughout the ladder. We've got guys going rounds with every combination, and we've had, like in 2023, we had a screw blower combination against a nitrous car. So it's really, in my opinion, sort of the gold standard for rule sets for Pro Modified right now. We've seen that as other series have taken our rules and adapted them and used it as sort of their starting point whenever they're setting their rules for their series. So we're really proud of it. We're really proud of the feedback we get from our racers. And we're not afraid to, if we make a mistake, we'll change something. We'll adapt, because the competitive nature and the level playing field of this event, I think, is one of the things that really sets it apart, and that we'll always continue to work at and make sure is something that we bring to this event.
I think your main deal of feedback here is what we're looking at here, these stacked staging lanes in the competitive field here. Guys, this is an incredible event. The parity, again, you can't say it. We're keyboard warriors here. We're going to type the word parity, 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 rules, rules, rules. But honestly, when you really pay attention to the nitty-gritty of what's going on here, this is the evolution of where Pro Mod was built. You guys are doing an awesome job, BMP. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us, Mike, and have a great series.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Lead to the second floor of the timing tower. PJS, the guy that builds the engines, tunes the cars, drives the cars, got himself a borrowed ride from Todd Martin. Todd, I don't know about you, but yesterday I was on the edge of this seat, dude. I was just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm not calling Todd. Todd was probably watching going, that's all right, he's my buddy, he'll take care of it. Anyway, Brandon Pesz went down there, had a wild ride, and Todd Martin's brand new. Look at that thing. That car is beautiful, actually, isn't it? The flames, the candy colors on that thing.
Wow, two more that have wasted shots away. 37 and 36 currently qualified. Taylor, number 36, no good. With that 69 with a 6. Brandon Pesz, 69 with a 7. They look to make a move right there. Did not get it done. Come back tonight with one shot to try to get into that 32.
All right, second half of the field rocking out here. Sidney Frigo coming up out of Thompson, Georgia. How about that 69 Chevrolet Camaro? Man in the left lane, it's Raymond Matos. Coming up here on the left side of the racetrack. Out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico, the 2012 Chevrolet Camaro. 365.9, number 24 in qualifying. Is in the field. One that's not in Frigo is at 34, 2 spots out, and that white Chevrolet in the right lane.
That's right, Al. One in and one out. Currently, the left-hand lane is in the show at number 24 with a 65 with a 9. You see the bump right there, 68 with a 6.
Doesn't that look like a Chevrolet with a Ford paint job right there? Like, remember those Fords, GTs, whatever?
Oh, the GT had that, didn't they? Right? Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that
Or the
cool
Mustang
looking?
even had that.
The Mustang.
Yeah, the
That's what I
Mustang
was
had
thinking
that.
of. That's pretty cool, man.
Sidney Frigo, man, that is a superstar over there with that team. Currently qualified number 34, just barely missed it. So look for them to make a move right here to try to get under that 368 with a 6 bump.
All right, so they go down. Look at Frigo, man. He's not going to back out of this one.
He got in.
Frigo goes 369 flat. He's got the 34th spot. Now what does he have? 32nd maybe?
He went 68 with a 5. The bump was at 68 with a 6.
So 32nd
number
spot.
32 spot right there.
How about it? You go right up there and you're like, yeah. And then you look and there's 17 other cars going, yeah, wait. Raymond Matos, number 24 at 365.9, 204 miles per hour.
Two more that are fighting with that bump spot right there. The number 31 left-hand lane is currently number 31. Right lane, Cole Pesz, currently number 33. Both of these cars looking for make a move right here to get further in. One needs to get in. Joe Hensley would like to get further in. He's got a 68 with a 0. The bump now, 68 with a 5. He slides into the number 31 spot currently after 2 rounds of qualifying. So Winsley Senior left-hand side. 2017 Camaro right side, 69 Camaro body style. Out of Weatherford, Texas, Cole Pesz. Quickest he's run is a 68 with a 6. He was on the bump, just got bumped out. Now he's got to get back in. Winsley with Liberty Gears on board, Mincer Motorsports, Wolf Aircraft, mechanical heating and cooling, the Soma race engines. A lot of good people on board over there on the left-hand side, making it possible for Joel Winsley Sr. Winsley Sr. How about a 363 with a 9 at 208 miles an hour? Ton of shake over here on the right side. Joel Winsley Sr. was number 31, moves to the number 5 spot with that pass right there. Goes all the way up to the 5 spot, 363. Here's your bump car right here. Chris Giuliano currently number 32 in a right-hand lane. 367 with a 7. The bump now, 367 with a 7. Your number 32 car in a right-hand lane does not feel safe right there at number 32. Ken Cuchio, left-hand side out of Connecticut, 69 Camaro, currently number 20 with a 65 with a 1.
Well, Ken got the black machine down there, number 20, like you said, Steve Logan, in qualifying in the bump spot, belonging to Chris Giuliano, right? Okay. From Giuliano from Iberia, Alaska, Missouri. 67 Mustang sitting over there ready to go. Nitrous oxide, I believe, for power. Yep. 969 cubic inches of it sitting down there ready to go to work. Rear Morrison power. Gotta love this. Cuchio, he's done everything. NHRA Pro Mod, PDRA Pro Mod. He's done the Outlaws. He's won the Snowbirds. I think he's won the U.S. Nationals. This guy's done a lot of things in the sport of drag racing. And he's going to show Giuliano his way to the stripe down there in qualifying 3:64.4 at 205 miles per hour. Man, what a run. That's going to put Ken Cuchio 14th with those numbers. How about Giuliano?
Giuliano stays number 32 with the previous run, 67 with a 7. That's not a safe place to be with all these Tigers. We talked about this earlier. There are some big name racers that have yet to make a full pull to get into show. The bump's going to go lower and lower, 367 with a 7.
Well, here comes Antron Brown right here in the right side. First time ever in Pro Mod trim at a Pro Mod national event right here. Antron Brown, the top fuel NHRA world champion out of Brownsburg, Indiana, driving Manny Bojinga's beautiful 20 model Lexus. And look who he's going to take on in the brand new Chevrolet Camaro out of Yeomans Racing. Tommy Yeomans and company hired the new driver, Lyle Barnett, out of Robbins, North Carolina. Used to have the old Axeman, not old, I mean a good-looking Axeman. Marcus Burt used to wheel the deal for this guy in both categories, Pro 275 and Pro Mod. But M&M Towing, remember that, Gray, Georgia. You need to tow your rig, you need to do anything, you got a problem, you got to get a tow. M&M Towing, down there, Gray, Georgia.
I talked to Lyle earlier. You know, these guys, these two matched up last night, didn't they? Yeah, and Lyle, that's right, Lyle got beat on the tree. He said it will not happen today. It will not happen, he guarantees it. Lyle currently sitting number 31. You know he doesn't like it there, but he's got a 367 with a 6. The bump is with a 7.
Look at that, they're both
so he's in dangerous waters there.
They are both in shark-infested waters.
That's right.
67.3, 67.6. If there's going to be a close round of qualifying, it's going to be right here. And you said he won't have any of it getting cut down on the tree.
Antron currently number 30, 67 with a 3. I'm not sure that's going to hold.
Uh-oh, go get him, Antron. Get around him. You had your chance, man. The Lexus just shut down. I saw Antron roll the window down and say, "Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?" Anyway, so he goes down there in that beautiful Lexus 2020 model. That is a cool-looking car. Now that it makes sense of why it looks, I thought it was a Mustang at first, and I apologize.
No,
that thing's gorgeous.
Big wing Lexus, right? Interesting pair coming up next.
Final call, all Pro Modifieds that haven't run yet. Final call for all Pro Modifieds that have not run on this third qualifying session sheet to the lanes.
Radohan Basato, right-hand side, currently number 29. Out of Brazil in the right-hand lane. Beautiful race car. 2022 Camaro. Kai Kelly, new Prep King star, left-hand side. Out of Mississippi, 1987 Camaro.
Basato.
Yeah, right? Kai Kelly, many people out there lighting the internet up talking about this car. Qualified 27 with a 365 with a 9 at 204. This car looks good doing it too, man. It does a little wheelie down there, carries it a long ways. Look for some improvements right here. Currently qualified number 29 in the right lane, 27 left side.
Well, on the right side, Rohan ready to make it happen here out of Brazil. Brazil, man, that is awesome. I've never, ever got to call a guy from Brazil. I didn't have long-distance phone, but anyway, it's all right. Right now, 22 Chevrolet Camaro coming up in the right lane, ready to make it happen. Hang on, baby. Here we go. Well, there you go. They both had to get out of it, man. He was going for a ride to the left lane, to the right lane. Right lane said, well, she's hooking good. Look at the 60 foot out of that little black Chevrolet Camaro. Man.
Wow. Yeah,
944 short time.
Lifted the tires up. You saw a drifter towards the center line going right at that cone. He had to lift to get out of it. Hard to steer, Al, when your wheels are off the ground.
Absolutely. He's in 27, Kelly is. 365. Pro 275 to the lanes, please. Pro 275 to the lanes, please. Wow, two Kings. Where would you get two Kings instead of if you were in a different country you would?
What are the
but
odds?
Right here, you got two Kings lining up. Chip King left lane, Steve King the right lane. Man, it's another chapter for a very terrifying book from Stephen King. Keep your eyes open.
Left-hand side out of Roxborough, North Carolina, the DreamWorks-sponsored big-bodied Mopar of Chip King. 1970 Daytona body. Currently number 24, 365 with an 8.
Well, the right side's the other King. Steve King over there, Strasburg, Virginia. Excavator by trade, construction guy, road builder, pond digger, does all types of great things. The number 28 qualifier's gone 366 in that Chevrolet Corvette. Chip King right here. Got Joe O down there helping tune on the car this weekend. He's been to 4 national events with the NHRA with that car. Joe O helping him tune. Went down to St. Louis, was the number 1 qualifier. Won himself an M&M hat, transmission hat down there. Doing that in St. Louis last summer. Now it's time to go to work right here. The dream coming to life. The Snowbird Outlaw Nationals Motion Raceworks sponsored. Look at that. Look at King. Look at the old Charger. The wing keeping him downtown, man. What a run. 364 a pair. 1/4,000th of a second quicker in the right lane.
Man, both move up significantly. Steve King goes to number 15. Chip King goes to number 21. Woo, good side-by-side drag race right there.
Good job, Joe-O. Good job helping to tune. Tune into the moon, man. That'll bring up our next Chevrolet here, and it's Kurt Stedding's brand new, gorgeous Chevrolet Camaro. 1969, lighting the hides right there out of Pennsylvania, the 69 Chevrolet Camaro, P2 Contracting, P2 Racing, Tie Drive, WYO Motorsports, Robert Abbott, Orange Groves, and the P2 Paving, Quick Fuel. They all got help from that company to make this guy make it happen. The number 22 qualifier, those numbers should be like 1 through 5. I mean, when you look at it, 365. I mean, incredible run at 206 miles per hour. He's down in the 22nd spot. I will highlight it again. This race tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon is going to come to hole shots, man. With the field this tight, if you ain't away, I'd be on the practice tree all night. sitting in my trailer, and I take like 5 hours off, go to sleep, wake up.
That's a great point. That is a great point. They're
You know
going
what
to be.
I'm saying?
They're going to be, yeah, grouped up together, man. You know.
I have a feeling you know how we always say, oh, he beat him on a hole shot. I think you're going to see a lot of that tomorrow.
Billy Banneker, right side. 68 Camaro, S&B Trucking, S&B Logistics, B&G Auto Body, Truck Works, Southern States Utility on board over there in a beautiful Camaro in the right lane. Currently number 26 with a 65 with a 9 at 205. Stedding, number 22, 65 with a 0. How about you run 65 with a 0 at 206, and there are 21 people faster than you are.
Incredible. Man, is Kurt's car beautiful. Look at that shine and those stripes. Kurt had problems, had to get out of it. Banneker kept going with a foot floored out at 67.3. Goes 200 slower than his previous run. So he'll stay number 26 as we speak here, the S&B Trucking Machine. And Stedding will out-qualify him at 22 with his previous run from yesterday, 365.0. Todd Tutterow, how you doing? He's down there, tuner, man, WYO. Big thank you from Tim Orris and the guys down there. He helped him out with a transmission and a tie drive. And Tim just wanted to put his thanks out to Todd and his family. Thank you so much. Here comes, I can see by the looks of it, it's the Coast Packing Car. Wow. So, Gavin, thank you so much. Gavin giving me the information on Cameron Hensley. Been with Eric for a long, long time, crewing on his race cars back when Eric Gustafson was in the seat of this thing. But someone's got to keep Coast Packing Company going well. And you know what? You don't do it in the seat with a steering wheel behind you. You do it there in big meetings and taking care of business. PTP Racing, Lions Custom Motorsports, ProCharger, Noonan, Haltech, Hoosier, and Quick Drive Liberty's Gears. Here's the Ali machine. Sponsored Ali. They do furnitures, plants for offices. They'll redo your office. They'll put in new furniture, put in new plants. Good people, Ali. So Melanie Salemi, that's her sponsor. I can remember a couple of years ago when she came here and won this thing, he bought her a brand new motor. You guys remember that? She goes, we finally got a good piece. No leak downs, no nothing. This thing's tight. Well, there's 50 grand. See you later. It's a quarter paid for. Out of Buffalo, New York, ready to rock and roll. The lady, one of the fastest ladies in the seat of a Pro Modified. Her 68 Firebird tuned by her son, her husband's son, and her husband. I mean, they're good people.
275 should be the lanes. LDR, Limited Drag Radio. We need you as well. LDR, Limited Drag Radio to the lanes, please. To the lanes. Melanie currently safely in number 7 over there with a 63 with a 9. Hensley in the right lane, 65 with a 5. Oh boy, 2 good pulls right here. Hensley, 65 with a 1. Melanie goes 64 with a 0.
Look at how close. She went 63 with a 9 earlier, yesterday. Later, I should say. Not early. Well, yesterday afternoon. Melanie went 63 with a 9. She just went 64 with a 0. Right? There's a drag race, and that guy followed. That means she's got a car, dude.
She's got a car.
If they can run those numbers, she's going to be incredible come tomorrow.
Right-hand lane, currently qualified number 24 out of Canada. 2023 World Series of Pro Mod winner Spencer Hyde. Sponsored by Hyde Construction, Redline Oil, NGK, Ramsire Trucking, Wilhelm, Kernan Paving, Next Gen Plumbing. He's got them all on there. Bryson Wood Homes, Engineering Racing Service. Currently number 24, 65 with a 2 at 2:06.
I love this car. I love the gold stripe on this car.
It's beautiful.
Ty Tutterow, quick fuel, Ty drive. Yadkinville, North Carolina calls it home. Right there, the 69 Chevrolet Camaro, quick fuel, Redline Oil. So in this round of qualifying, Spencer Hyde, Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Jack in the green stock. The name comes from the 60s and their 66 Chevrolet Impala that I think his uncle. Look at that tune-up. Wow, Jack in a beanstalk it might as well be. He just totally annihilated that one. 63.6. 207 miles per hour. He goes up that old beanstalk, number 5 with the Jack in a green stalker. Happy girl with a nice haircut walking back with a smile like, yes, sirree, I'm getting snowshoes.
Number 5 spot right there with that pass. Left-hand side, the 69 Chevelle, the Batman car. Jericho Balduff out of Edgewater, Florida. Currently qualified number 13, 364 with a 2 at 2:01. Love to see one of these old muscle cars. Not the cookie cutter Camaro or whatever, man. I like to see him and like him do well. 64 with a 2, currently number 13. Right-hand side, the Mississippi Missile over there. Jason Scruggs, currently number 20, 64 with a 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was that, man? Don't say it isn't so. Batman didn't lose a wing, did he? Holy cow, Jericho Balduff. That thing just went and stopped. Now, all 6 guys going over there near that car. Be careful because you may not know anything about it. But they'll push it back there and get it back to the pits and work on it.
In number 13 with the 64 with a 2. Number 20 spot with Scruggs. The Mississippi Missile does not improve right there, but safely in at this point. Number 20 with a 364 with an 8.
Steve, you ever get hit by the karma train? All right, back to the bat pole, Robin. The car's fast, man. That car has got a mind of its own also, Jericho's. I mean, when the thing goes, he's got either 2 fingers, the bottom pinky and the ring finger on the steering wheel bottom because that thing putting just light pressure on it. All right, so Mike Decker III, Windsor Mill, Maryland, will be in the right lane, the salvage company owners. Tie drive on that car, AutoFab Race Cars, Maximum Racing Oil. And is that ISI Demolition?
Yep.
JKR Racing Products. And Middlesex Metals.
Hollywood.
Now, this is the young one? Is
It's
this the kid?
Hollywood over there.
That's the third. He's the champion, right,
He's
from
the
last year
champion. He's the
over
star.
on the east?
That's exactly right, Northeast.
Northeast.
Association. He's a standout over there. Does well. This guy left side, the party time car. There's currently number 4 spot.
How about it? Mike Decker down there, Jason Harris. How about that 364? Harris will stay number 4 in the party time.
Hollywood goes to the number 5 spot right there with that run. 63 with a 5. Strong.
Yeah, that's all unreal stuff right there as you watch that. And Harris has got a bracket car, don't he? Look at those numbers.
Wow.
That thing's running good. The trick to this deal, a race like this, is attrition. Having a brand new everything. Tranny, rear end gears, motor. It is. Now, you don't bring something that just won the PDRA World Championship. And we'll load it up. We'll take it there this winter. You know they had that car all apart to make it the winning car that it is. We'll find out. As they back up now, Jay Santos coming up. And Jay Cox, man. Jay Cox had a date with M&M Transmissions and Mark Mickey. Put the same type of deal in this. Hartz turbos on this car. This car could run, man. When it runs.
It's right-hand side of Halton Hills, Ontario. 2022 Camaro, beautiful car over there, right-hand lane. Currently number 15, 364 with a 3.
All right, guys and gals, kids, moms, dads, uncles, cousins, get ready. Santos, Hamilton Hills, Ontario, Canada. Joe DeSilva Racing down there watching, rooting on all his Canadian friends. Fingers crossed or not. And here comes Jay Cox, Smithfield, North Carolina. Watch this twin-turbo Butner construction car run. Oh, look at it rattle the tire. He had to go to a higher gear, man. Ain't going to be enough, though. Jay Cox is not a give-up type guy. He tried to drive through that wheel shake. Do you see that?
That too for a while, probably shifted way early there, trying to knock it down, and still couldn't get there. But he's safely in at number 12 with that 64 at, look at a mile an hour from a previous run, 215 miles an hour.
And it's all brand new to him. I mean, he used to race the nitrous cars, right, back in the day, and PDRA, and he was like the big threat over there. Not only the big threat, but you know, he would tell you where to go and how to get there. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm just saying. But you know what? That's what we like in this sport. You like to have some variety of camaraderie and some guy to say something to you, and then you get him on the line, you say, remember what you said to me? Sure did. Here is the other car 2 of Coast Packing out of Vernon, California in the left lane. It is going to be Jason Lee, the driver tuner from PTP. Found himself in the seat of the old white Chevrolet Camaro. Said, man, I like drive this thing. And, you know, you go back to his history, this kid right here on the left side. I remember the little red Mustang. That guy could drive wheelies in NMRA, NMCA for like 1/8 of a mile, hanging it out. So this thing here has got to be a little boring to him, right? Not that the speeds aren't scary, but he's not up in the air, doesn't have a light wheel. Time to go to work here with the Lions Custom Motorsports sponsor machine. Jason Lee backing up. Patrick Barnhill standing down there, a.k.a. Oh, look at Patrick's got his designer jeans on today. Those are about $700 a pair. Goes with those. I think that they're following in the footsteps of the late, not late, but the one-time tuner Bailey. Remember the shoes, the $800 shoes? Walk out. You won't walk out in blue in those today.
Right-hand side, currently number 13 qualifier with 64 with a 2 at 2:06. This guy over here, Al, I said last night, probably had the hottest September any racer has ever had, as he jumped in the NHRA Pro Mod car, knocks that off, goes to the down there where you're calling a race, gets in Swanstrom's car, does well, ends up winning Big Dog Championship. This guy over here is as tough as they come. He's a tree chopper in that beautiful 19 Camaro out of Burlington, North Carolina. They call him the Carolina Kid, Travis Harvey.
Humble as ever, this young man. This guy is like talking to the nicest gentleman you ever seen. You're trying to brag on him and you're talking to him. He goes, look at him. Look at him drive that thing. High gear. Harvey goes down, shuts it off at 370, 206 miles per hour. Got the short time he needed. He's a 10th quicker, right?
Wow.
60 foot, 932.60 on that car.
And with a lot of tire shake, you're doing it in the process.
So Patrick Barnhill, I got to tell you what, Amazon trucks here with your new pants. If you want to catch them over there by the UPS station. All right, remember this last night. Here is a Pro Modified matchup. Canada on the right side. You remember when Kenny Lane took the #1 spot yesterday? Remember, and he got out of it, and the smoke and the oil on the headers, and we all thought Chernobyl was happening down there at the 1/4 of a mile. And all of a sudden they stopped, they cleaned it up, and all of a sudden Mark Mickey came up in the left lane and said, "You thought so."
It snatched it right back.
Took it right back, got the 59 on the board. Right now, here is the last year's World Series of Pro Mod champion.
Fire currently right side. Kenny Lang with a 62 with a 4, 209 miles an hour. Derek Ward, like Al said, your reigning World Series of Pro Mod champion, Derek Ward, out of Maryland.
And he didn't have to do 7 games to get it.
And if those of you that were here or watched at home and saw that, one of the most dramatic, exciting finishes you're ever going to see.
Oh, gosh. You remember that night? Jim Halsey, Derek Ward, starter went out in the car. Halsey needed to change a motor, or was it Halsey's starter? Derek starter Halsey's motor, right? There was something. I apologize. Round before they had to change a motor. And then Ward went down there, put a starter in the car. They gave him time to do so. Now watch the champion.
Ward goes away early, right side. Kenny Lane, 369, 209 miles an hour. Proves on to mile an hour, or goes about the same, 209.52, qualified number 2 with a 209.17. So he stays where he's at, 62 with a 4, number 2 qualifier. Derek Ward stays where he's at. And bringing up the next pair, going to be your number 8 and your number 1 qualifier.
Hit that button a second there. Yeah, let's give him a little intro. Where'd he go? Wasn't he in the top? 18th. Man. Hey, Greg, you were in the top 5 or 6 back yesterday. Now you're in 18th over there with that beautiful Bet on Black. It's a Merc, right? With a what front end? Buick front end? Yeah, Buick. No, beautiful car. But what's that like? Is that like moving into the neighborhood for Poltergeist? You get there, beautiful $1 million house, and all of a sudden it all turns out.
It does. Now, first round we made a good lick. Second we shook the tire. And we broke the blower belt on that, where we went top of 60.
Oh, that's why she shut down. But, man, I'm going to tell you what. Awesome deal. You never seem to amaze me. You're so hardworking back at home, and then all of a sudden you bring out a beautiful car again. And I was trying to tell Steve, and I know Steve loves your car, the creation of how you designed all that yourself. That's a one-off. That's not like the Iron Horse. I mean, they may look alike, but that car's been put together. You said you went to some car shows, talked to people, and put it all together. Car's beautiful.
Yeah. Now my godfather has built probably 30 or 40 of those cars as hot rods. So it was pretty much taking something he built 40 years ago and building it to the picture. And come on, great.
Awesome. Wild Irish Racing Engines, right there. That's the man that owns it. Indiana's the place you'll find it.
The coolest names in the car, I think, the Ghetto Sleigh out of Brownsburg, Indiana. Jeff Rudolph, currently qualified number 8, a 363 with a 9. Who we got on the right side?
In the right side, he's going to go 362 with the sun poking out of the clouds right here. If he pulls out a 59, everybody's loading up.
Number 1 qualifier in the right side, Mark Mickey out of Jefferson City. Currently qualified 359 with a 1 at 218 miles an hour.
M&M transmission, Mark Mickey, your number 1 qualifier in the right lane. World record-breaking car just a year ago. Hartz turbos on that thing, twin turbocharged. Proline power going to work. Watch this. Look at the wheel stand at 300 feet, did he? 71, I was a 10th off. I thought 61, 62 maybe. I'm telling you, did you see that thing hike the wheels?
Man.
It was like a car leaving a starting line, man. Hat off to you, Wade. Man, that track's hooking down there.
I'm locked in on the FloRacing screen here. I want to see the replay of that big wheel stand down track. As soon as they'll switch to it, I know they're going to show it.
How about that? Here she is. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. 6-time world champion pro stock driver, Erica Enders, driving Pro Mod for the 3rd time in her career. First time I was there, 80RL, Pro Nitrous car, Tennessee. Second time was a turbo car, right? Caught on fire, and she said, I want a part of this stuff. Down there in the top end. Here we go. Scott Tidwell putting a car, saying, I'll take one out of my stable. It'll be an award-winning car. They fitted her in the car. They put the pedals where they need to belong, and she's driving it. And her sister even said she's going like, if it had an emergency brake, she'd spin donuts because she's looking for a clutch and a shifter lever. But awesome job, all that. You know what I'm saying? We all can read and see things on the internet, but I'm going to tell you what. There ain't a person in the world that doesn't wish they could do what that lady has done in her life. 6 of those Wally's national championships. It's incredible. And now she's going to work, and it's all because the great parents that put her in juniors back in the day. Oh, you go, young lady. Look at Erica's got a fan out there in the stands. There it comes. There it comes. Come on, stay with it. She did 65.2 at 204 miles per hour. 300ths off the time of her best 362.8. 205 miles per hour she ran then. She's number 3 in qualifying. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Mark Mickey, 59.1. Kenny Lang out of Canada, 62.4. Eric Enders, 62.8. Jason Harris, 63.3. Mike Decker to third, 63.5. 63.6 for Spencer Hyde out of Canada. Joe Winsley Sr., you go, boy. 363.9 with the Liberty Gears car. Jeff Rudolph goes down 63.9. 60. Look at how many guys went to and gals went to mile per hour. From ET to mile per hour is how you qualify. If you run the exact ET, 63.9 is what? 1, 2, 3 spots went to mile per hour. And it looks like Winsley Sr. got that spot because of the fast little Chevrolet Camaro he brought out here this weekend.
This event right here, and then going over FloRacing, thousands and thousands of people watching. But I tell you what, you slip up and they're going to let you know. And I kind of like it, though. Somebody corrected me just now, sent me a message there earlier when you were talking about Travis. He did not win the Big Dog Championship. Of course he did. Barry Mitchell won that one. And what I meant to say was he was winning events. Travis was at the Big Dog, but Barry Mitchell, hats off to him, the Big Dog champion, and that beautiful, beautiful Mopar, though. It can't take anything away from them. So anyway, Travis won a lot of stuff. I think he finished second in the points, but thank you for correcting me on that one. All right, making your way out there, stop by the concession stand. Please go out there and get you something good. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Got pickles and bacon inside on there. Hot dogs, hot crinkle fries, cheesy fries, corn dogs, cold beer, Gatorade, Pepsi products. No lines right there. Just slide on up there and get you something good to eat. We got some food trucks out there. Carla's Cajun Food Truck, Happy Belly Barbecue and Tacos, Carousel's Ice Cream, Truck and Tropical Snow. All right. Great food products on both sides of the track. Make sure now's a great time. We do a little prep and get ready for this Pro 275 category. And Q3 for them as well. We're going to come back and start it all over in just a few. And go back. Reset to go to Q4 a little later on. We still got some classes to get through. Don't forget about our Night of Fire show coming up twice tonight. Jet show around 4 o'clock, or let's see where we're at on that. Around 4 o'clock, and then we're going to do it all again at 8 o'clock tonight, a Night of Fire.